trying to do it through Patreon and YouTube, or Patreon and Twitch, or what else? Someone else told me that you can make money off of it, but apparently I can just do it on YouTube and Twitch. Uh, so I'm live on YouTube right now, and so how are you?
I'm just making a dinner for the house.
For the family?
Yeah, the family. Yeah, for everybody.
Yeah. So how are you? So tell everyone what you do.
Well, my name is Sam Burles. I am a burlesque performer, producer, content creator. Uh, General, that's basically what I do. Obviously, I have my regular muggle jobs to cover most of my bills. Not established in a way that it doesn't have to make money. Hey, sorry, my dogs have personality.
I hear you. So how have you been?
Um, Good. Just trying to see how everything advances with COVID. Um,
Oh my gosh, isn't it crazy? Like now we have this new Delta variant and it's sweeping over places and it's like
yeah,
insanely
no,
crazy.
it's ridiculous. It's pretty bad. So like everything is starting to open up, but at the same time, as a producer and performer, I am aware how many people are now vaccinated, and it's right now trying to find like a good balance that your performers and the people that go to your show stay. But
Right.
also, like everybody wants to go back to performing, which I totally can relate to. But I don't know. Right now, I'm kind of seeing like how things develop and what I can ask from my audience when they come to shows. Also, it's kind of like reworking everything for venues, finding new venues. But some venues closed down, or they were not adhering to things through like when COVID started. So I definitely don't want to work with venues that were not taking into consideration, um, the people's safety and such. So I'm right now trying to navigate that. I still have my festival in Panama, and right now we're trying to find a new venue for it so we can make it happen for 2022, hopefully, if the Lord doesn't implode before that. You know,
Yeah. So basically sometime around when my home state, the Cleveland Indians, become the Cleveland Guardians, that's when you're doing it, is 2022.
yeah, it's definitely a certain thing to navigate right now. Sorry, I'm trying to find some songs.
You're good. I used to post videos of myself on Instagram cooking because it actually gave me something to do while cooking. Instead of distracting myself, it helped me, navigate watching the food
Yeah,
and whatever. So, you're totally fine. So you do have your 2 shots, right?
yeah. I got vaccinated about February.
February?
Um, yeah,
Yeah, I got fully vaccinated my second shot on February also.
that's good. Which
Yeah,
one do you get?
I love this doing this podcast. This podcast is just something I do to cope with social anxiety. So what did you do to cope with social anxiety during the whole COVID lockdown and shit?
Okay. I was whole roller coasters of emotions. First, I was not cooking on a very healthy way. Um, then I calmed down and I just started to adapt to doing things online and trying to create stuff virtually that have I could still have my creative outlet that helps me cope with my own mental health issues. And just started working on my house, decorating it and organizing it and making it like a place that I wouldn't mind being trapped in. So,
Yeah, yeah, for me, it was going back, and I say this a lot on my podcast whenever I ask this, whenever someone gives their answers, I like to say what I did. So I basically just went back to online multiplayer video gaming. Um, I mean, you are part of the LGBTQ, so maybe you've heard of Borderlands.
which one?
Borderlands. I've heard it's a very famous LGBTQ representation video game.
To be quite honest, like online gaming, I don't do much. The only online gaming platform I use is whenever I decide to play my Diablo and
Hmm.
pull things online for it. But everything else, really, I just play mostly horror games or adventure games on my PlayStation.
Yeah, yeah, for me, playing on multiplayer really helped me. Um, really helped give me an outlet. Um, you know, playing through that, I loved. I also got myself into other podcasts, got myself into doing this, podcast, because way before the pandemic, I lost my job. Um, so this was a good outlet to socialize, to do whatever. So, what kind of mental health related did you struggle with?
Um, Mostly depression,
Mm-hmm.
um, from PTSD. That's how basically the 2 months that I have to deal with on an everyday basis. I am a very functional person with depression, so sometimes people don't even know that I suffer from it.
That you suffer depression?
Yeah, but I do try. I don't know. I've always tried to bring it up at some point on my platforms or with the people that I talk to or everything because I feel like mental health could be getting a better how do I put it? Could be getting better results and having a more supportive community about it if people were more informed. Like there wasn't such a taboo to talk about it. I feel like it has advanced a lot the last year or two, but definitely it's something that you still work on, putting more of a voice to it.
Yeah, my
Sorry.
gosh, during the pandemic. No, you're fine. Like I said, I used to cook. I used to love cooking. Um, I actually am now, have been taking turns with my housemates cooking, once a week, because, there was a really big problem at my house. I live in a semi-independent living group home. So, like, we cook for ourselves, we eat for ourselves, but our medication gets sent to us through Jewish Family Services, and
Yeah. Nothing but
I'll let her get the thing.
I'm here.
Yeah, I know. I thought I let you wait because I know you were like a little couple of yards, but I I basically just. So what did you start binge watch? Did you binge watch anything?
Let's see. When COVID started, obviously I fell into the whole type of that was that was interesting, I guess. Give me just 1 second. There's something I really and I don't want it anymore. Sorry
Empire.
about that. Yeah, I started with that, but then pretty much the last thing I just went through was Loki, WandaVision.
Oh, you love
Uh,
Marvel?
yeah, I love Marvel. I also like I've always been more of a DC girl before like the Batman because I'm a big Batman fan. Um, but I don't know, like the DC universe, they don't normally put like that much good content, like good movies out. I like kind of like the Marvel because I've been doing so. I've been following closely all the
Yeah.
Marvel.
If you ever, I'm sorry if I interrupted you, but yeah, Marvel Disney Plus is crushing the HBO Max and Amazon Prime service like hugely.
Intense really because like I love all of them. I love watching them shows. So that's like one of my favorite things to do. Um, so like Disney obviously all the Star Wars and Marvel, um, and then on Prime, I do have subscriptions to my TV, so I can't. Or I'm a big horror fan, so I'm watching horror movies on the daughter. I've been here about really good selection of movies. Then with that certain and sometimes I talk to like random like apps within Amazon that's like $2.99. There was one that was like all kung fu old movies. The other one was like cool classics that have like Tokyo Talk movies, which I love. Imagine like Japanese version of normal films.
Hmm.
But, um, but yeah, I don't know. I just love watching movies that show this stuff. Like people were like I could survive like a good amount of days just like in front of my television. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of love. I really loved Loki. I thought Loki. Wait, did you finish it?
Oh yeah, we're we should if we're gonna talk about it. There's spoilers ahead, guys.
Okay, I wanted to. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, that scene was. I mean, it went from a crime thriller to a who done it in like the in an insane amount of. I mean, are you upset that the director of Loki left?
I was not aware that he did it. Is he not directing season two?
I think it's a. I think their pronouns are they, them, or her. I forget the person's name, but apparently that person left Loki. She was
Oh,
just one and done.
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, she was just one season and done. I think that was her
Talking about the
pronouns.
director, or are you talking about one of the actors?
No, the director of season one of Loki left. Like, she wasn't very committed. She was just, you know what? I'm going to do just one season and that's it.
Hmm. Oh, that's gonna be rough. Um,
Yeah.
because of well, I don't know who they're gonna pick for season two to direct, but sometimes it does make a difference when you switch directors. You know.
Yeah. It was definitely harsh. I don't know if I don't know if that's a softer word, but it was definitely hard to hear that this excellent director, who is a representation of the LGBTQ, by the way, um, just gone up and left. Like, seriously? And especially Loki. I don't know if you know this. Loki is a big representation of the LGBTQ community.
Oh yeah, they finally pushed out Loki as a bisexual character.
Yeah, and one of my housemates who watches it said that, like, did you see on his like file that Ravana Renslayer opened that his gender was uh gender neutral?
Who?
Uh, Renslayer, Ravana Renslayer, the woman, the African American woman who was the huge leader.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, apparently my housemates noticed that when she pulled up their file,
Yeah.
it said that Loki's gender identity was uh, neutral or I forget the
You mean non-binary?
yeah, non-binary or gender neutral. I forget. Um,
Which I'm pretty sure was non-binary. You don't have to set that either for.
gotcha. Um, but I loved how they. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who they're gonna have direct season two. It is really sad that she quit just for one season. She was a one and done person. It is really sad, but on the other hand, it is what it is. Maybe she wasn't someone who was as committed to the series as they thought, and but anyway, besides Loki, um, so what are your thoughts of there's serious I heard some serious issues with the LGBTQ community going on, like sports and everything going on.
Well,
Um,
I felt hard trying to bring more attention to the screen as they were before.
mhm,
Um, which is I think it's a pretty good thing. Like we were talking, I was here with one of my friends. I was were watching something again with Illinois, and we both come from a generation where all like the not coming and all these other jumping off and getting consistent just because of something that you do. Um, so we were watching something on TV, and we were like, when did like never thought that on mainstream show, like you would see like lesbian couples or non-binary characters or trans men and women doing roles. So
mhm.
I think that part I think it's really good because I feel like it can help all the kids out there, all the adults out there that are still in the process of the feel like you're not seeing anybody out there representing who you are. So seeing someone else like perform you any type of art represents where you come from. It helps a lot to bring it out of the show. Right?
Oh yeah, I mean, I definitely have. I'm a writer, um, and I've written multiple LGBTQ representation, as well as African American, Black Lives Matter representation, and issues going on throughout my stories. I mean, even collide with other storylines and other awarenesses because we're all in one universe when it comes to making these issues and differences and political issues. So I really have dug into every time I do an LGBTQ representation, I did make sure that there were scenes that showcase, not the whole time, not like that issue where we're like, okay, yeah, she's trans, okay, yeah, we get it, but like,
Yeah.
but give that aspect of what it's like to be both a superhero and have this political issue of an LGBTQ representation.
Yeah.
In there, even my characters, you said something a lot along with PTSD, right?
Yeah.
Well, some of my characters struggle with PTSD, like they have memories and memories of their backstory, being abused, not accepted. Yeah, they're definitely like really big bunch of nobodies. They're really like the underdogs, if you will, of heroes. That's why I try to keep all my superheroes not like big as Superman, not big as not billionaire Bruce Wayne or Iron Man, nothing like that. Just completely um just that scenario of what it's like struggling those issues. You know, um, so I've really have done a lot of research to my stories. I mean, so yeah, I've done a lot of. So what do you? So how have you helped schools? Do you mind talking to me about that?
Schools. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not. I think you're referring to some of my Instagram posts. It's basically a campaign I have because I'm starting school again. Um, I decided to go to learn a trade, so I can kind of like become my own boss.
No, no, no. I
So
mean, I heard you were doing fundraisers for schools or something.
for my school, so I can go to school.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay, yeah, I can see that because not a lot of people have that capability. So, what do you plan to do for your future and once you graduate?
Well, I'm actually just going to. I guess it's a license. I'm taking license for becoming a nail technician. So I want to work making nails and creating like some art form through that service. And I want to make it very horror oriented and be open for Hispanic and LGBTQ community to come and have a safe place to get their nails done.
Oh, cool. Oh, so you're getting nails. Oh, for
Yeah.
some reason, when you said nails, I thought nails like art. I don't know what I was thinking. Ugh. I'm
It's okay.
playing too much of that Borderlands game on my Nintendo Switch. Um, but anyway, yeah, I mean, I'm wondering because there was an LGBTQ hair salon or beauty salon for LGBTQ in Cleveland Heights, which is near where I live. Um, which that's pretty cool. So you're thinking of doing like a what was it, hair salon or nails, right?
No. Yeah.
Nails. Okay. So, do you have a favorite superhero?
That's a hard one.
Uh-oh.
um,
You can
for
have
me, it would
multiple. I don't care if you have You don't have to have just one, because I don't have one either.
I guess I can do like so. I'm obsessed with Deadpool. Obviously Batman, and I love Hellboy.
Hellboy, yeah, I didn't think that. Deadpool I can understand because he's a bit of a, I think he's a representation of bisexual.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say even more pansexual, but yeah, he's mostly presented as bi. But I think he feels attracted to whoever he feels like being attracted. So I think it might qualify as pansexual.
Okay, that makes sense.
But officially, I think he's listed as bisexual.
He's listed as bisexual. Okay.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. There is hard times doing the third one now. I've heard because the third one's supposed to be in the MCU. Um,
It was supposed to be what?
the third Deadpool movie,
Mm-hmm.
it's supposed to be going to be in the MCU, and Ryan Reynolds is having hard talks with Disney, as in he had full reign of the last one, the Deadpool
Yeah,
2. Did you like the second one?
yeah, I like both of them.
Yeah, for me I love the second one more. I liked how it wasn't um the first one I had issues with because it started at like the middle and then it went back.
Oh, I like it when they do that. So for me, it was fine.
I know, but I really liked how in the second one they really dug deep into the mentality of Wade Wilson. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you got to
Well,
like,
I feel like the first one, it's how Wade Wilson became Wade Wilson and Deadpool. So I feel like it was important what they covered on the first one. The second one, they could have like immersed more into who he is as a character. Especially after like dealing with everything he had to deal with after his transformation, put it that way.
mm-hmm.
Um, so I really love both, and I'm a sucker for their soundtrack too. It's weird.
Oh yeah, well I'm sucker for if you want to hear my sucker movie playlist, it would be the Suicide Squad now because the new Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't think it did it come out already.
No. It's supposed to come out. I think this August 16th.
Okay. Yeah, I was very impressed with the first one. I hope they do a better job with the second one. I will say.
Well, I've
I
heard
think so.
if you want to feel any better about so you didn't like the first one, right?
It was like I can watch it and I didn't mind going through it, but I'm a big Harley Quinn and Joker fan, so it's like I didn't feel like they got like Harley Quinn, like the actress. She did, I think she did great. I was not a fan of the wardrobe selections, but besides that, I think it was good. But the Joker, and the Joker is the ringleader of the whole Suicide Squad of the comics, so it was kind of funny to see how little he got represented on a Suicide Squad movie.
Well, if you ever see the extended version, in my opinion, was way better than the first theatrical
Yeah, I agree
version.
with that. Yeah, I'm waiting for the second one. I'm hoping that it gets better because with the Birds of Prey one, they did really good job. I really liked it. We'll see. Um,
Yeah.
and I have to get going. I
Oh,
have to
okay.
make dinner
See ya.
for everybody.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time. I'm sorry if I overdid it. um.
I know you're fine.
Okay, but
I
thank you
appreciate
for your
your time.
time, and this really has helped me cope my social anxiety. This is why I did it in the first place. So thank you for letting me or having you be on my podcast. I'm used to saying it
You're
the
welcome.
other. I'm used to saying it the other way around because I've been on other podcasts. All right, bye.
Bye, honey. Take care.
You too. Okay, she's gone. Alright, so I hope you guys like my podcast. I'm sorry if it got a little weary there for a minute.